Okay, and we have our final question from the Speaker of the House of Representatives of New Mexico, the Honorable Ben Lujan.
Good morning, Senator, and you have partially addressed this issue. However, in our forums, Latinos have criticized immigration enforcement strategies they believed were ineffective and inhumane, such as the building of the border fence or raids which break up hardworking families and their communities. As President, how will you ensure that your administration implements policies that best protect our national security through fair, effective, and humane immigration enforcement?
Well, thank you, Ben, and I'm glad you brought that issue up again because I want to make it very clear. The reason why we failed getting the bill through the Congress was because Americans didn't believe that we would take care of our national security requirements. And one of the reasons why they believed that was because in 1986, we passed a law and said we would secure the borders and gave amnesty to a couple, 3 million people. I supported that legislation way back then. And the point is that now Americans, because of the events of 9/11, understandably want secure borders. We can do that with technology, with cameras, with UAVs, with vehicle barriers. We can secure our borders. And also, by the way, when you look, as I was mentioning earlier, about the flow of drugs across our borders and the influence of the cartels that are moving drugs that are across our border that are killing young Americans, every nation has a requirement to secure our borders. But I want to assure you that we will address this issue in a humane and compassionate fashion. I come from a border state, my dear friends. I know these issues. I've dealt with them for the last 20-some years. And I understand. And I understand these are God's children. And I understand that the reason why they came is the same reason why our forefathers. And I know that every single day, because the people who have come here illegally have none of the protections that individuals have who are citizens. So they are preyed upon and they are mistreated from time to time. And so that is a compelling reason for us to move forward with our border security and then address this issue in a humane and compassionate fashion. And that's what I've always said that we would do. But we will not succeed in the Congress. There's some straight talk. We will not succeed in the Congress of the United States until we convince a majority of the American people that we have border security. But that does not have to be done in an inhumane or cruel fashion. So, again, it's a federal responsibility. You are elected officials. You know the burden of illegal immigration. You know what it does to health care costs. You know what it does to social services. You know what it does. Do you know what it does when a policeman opens the door of a horse trailer in Phoenix, Arizona, when the temperature is in the hundreds and there's some 18 people crammed inside, one of them an infant? My friends, this is a compelling humanitarian security and a commentary, frankly, on what kind of a nation we are. And that lady still stands with her torch raised beside the golden door. Thank you, and I'm very grateful for the opportunity to be with you, and thank you, and God.
I have one more question.
Oh, okay.